Hi guys, it's Claris. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do some nails I think is perfect for this time of year, sweater nails. I recently played with these and I really liked how they came out, so I thought I'd share with you guys how I do it, and maybe it'll give you some inspiration or some ideas of what you can do. So yeah, let's get right into it. So I do have a few nice colors from Pine Nails. They are a gel polish brand, new to me, but you can find their polishes on Amazon. So to start off, I'm going to be showing how you can do this design with really any kind of color scheme you'd like. I'm going to be using 3 different colors here to start. So I'm using this really nice medium blue, and then I'm using Pine's matte top coat to achieve the matte effect. So I'm just smoothing that on over. Sorry guys for all the noise in the background. It's the construction trucks taking away the snow. Anyways, next I'm going to be doing a pink, and this one's a really fun, bright bubblegum kind of pink. And then again, applying matte top coat, and then I'm going to try a different color. I'm going to be trying this brown, and I actually posted a picture of me wearing this on Instagram, and it got a lot of likes, so thank you guys for that. I really don't do brown nails that much, but it's really a pretty color, especially for this time of year. So yeah, the really great thing about this technique is that you can do it with any color. For my own nails, I'm going to be doing kind of a Christmassy, festive kind of color, even though Christmas is already past, but you know. So after you have that matte finish on all of the nails, I'm just going to put down a small amount of the polish onto a notepad, or you can use a palette. Then you need a thin striping brush. This one I got from Born Pretty. It works great. I'll have it linked below if you like, but really any thin striper or detail brush can work. If you do want to do a lot of long lines, then a brush with really long bristles would work great. So now I'm starting off with my first design. I'm just doing zigzag lines back and forth that are not connected all the way down the middle of the nail. And then I'm just doing 2 long lines on each side and then adding some dots for embellishment. On the pink nail, I wanted to do kind of a chain effect. So I first did a squiggly line down the nail and then another one over it, trying to just overlap it. And it did get a little bit tricky at the bottom. It looked a little wonky, so I just took a Q-tip with some alcohol, and you can easily wipe it off and then try again. I did a line on the right side and then some dash marks on the left. That's always a great way to embellish the sides of the nails. With the brown nail, I thought I would try the kind of the S squiggle pattern down the middle of the nail as well, and then with a line on each side and then some little dash marks. And I did have a little bit more extra space, so I added another line. And then to get that sweater design, here I'm just using clear acrylic powder. You could use dip as well. I didn't have dip clear at the time, but I do now, so you could use clear dip as it is a bit finer, so that might help a little bit because acrylic is a little bit chunkier in a sense. So what you just need to do is sprinkle that over the nail and then cure it for the amount of time that the gel polish requires. For this one, it is 60 seconds. And then there is the finished effect. This looks so cool, and you really don't know how fun it is until you try it yourself. And you don't want to put any top coat or anything over that because that would kind of ruin the effect. You do want it to look kind of textured. So now I'm going to do my actual nails and just walk through in detail again exactly what I did. So I'm going to be using a color from Born Pretty. This one is actually from their Concat collection. It's this really festive dark red. Since I'm using Born Pretty, I'm also using their base coat, and then I grabbed their matte top coat as well. So I already have my cleaned and prepped natural nails. I'm applying a thin layer of the base coat and then curing. I did make an updated nail care routine for winter of how I take care of my natural nails. If you'd like to see that, I will have that linked above. So I'm just going to give that gel polish bottle a good shake, and then I'm going to start applying it. And this color is pretty intense in that one coat. I will plan to do 2 coats though. I find this gel polish very easy to work with, and the brush on these ones are also really great. Now after you're done, just go right into applying a matte top coat. Now if you were curious about whether you could do this design with regular nail polish. There actually is a way, and I found a really great video on YouTube showing how to do it. I will link that as well. There is definitely a way you can create a textured effect using regular nail polish and not using gel. I would say though, definitely with gel, it is going to be a bit easier because you can cure it in between and it'll be a bit faster, so you won't have to wait for drying time. But if you don't have gel, there is definitely a way you can still get this effect. So to do the art design on the top then, you're just going to need some of that same color of gel down on a palette or whatever you have. On the thumb, I'm going kind of for this little funny looking zigzag line. I actually really liked how this one came out, it might have been my favorite. And then I'm just doing these dashed lines on the side. And then right away, because I don't want to bump the nail and ruin what I just did, I'm going to grab my acrylic powder right away. And the reason why I am using a spoon to pour it over it, if you're just going to dip your finger or maybe push it upside down into the powder, it could definitely flatten out the design you did. You risk ruining what you painted on, and you want it to be kind of raised, so I hope that makes sense. I do want to mention that you just want to be patient with yourself. The first one of these I definitely did not like. Honestly, the more complicated and small and intricate the design is, the better I'll look. So definitely my first one just looked a little bit wonky. So be patient with yourself. Don't think that your first one's going to be amazing, in other words. Also, these nails are very definitely textured, so if you do not like textured or bumpy nails, or you tend to pick at them, then this would not be the best trend for you to try out. So moving on to the other nails, I am also doing kind of that S or Z shape, and then just doing some of the dash marks, and definitely practicing on a fake nail or even on a piece of paper definitely helps with practicing the technique before you do it for real on yourself. But if you don't cure it, you can remove it easily with alcohol if you do not like it at any time. So after sprinkling the powder over it, curing it, and then I'm just going to brush off the excess powder, and then that design is set. It won't be messed up. So on the middle nail, I'm going to try a snowflake. I thought that would look kind of cute, and after curing it and brushing off the powder for the first time, I didn't really like exactly how it looked, so I actually added some more gel polish and then powder over the parts that didn't really look quite right, and I think that definitely helped. And actually, my nail teacher at school that I've been going to, she showed us how she does the sweater nail effect. She actually mixes some of the acrylic powder with gel polish on her palette and then paints that on, so it's a much thicker mixture. And then she sprinkles clear dip powder over it and then cures it. And I think when you mix the gel with the acrylic, it definitely makes the gel polish a bit thicker and definitely more pronounced whatever design you're painting. So there's definitely multiple ways to go about this. If you have a gel polish brand that is really runny, then it probably would need that, because otherwise it would be kind of hard to see what you're painting, or it could be running around as you're painting. So once you're finished curing the sprinkled powder onto the nail, you're done. You don't need to do anything more. I don't recommend putting a top coat or anything to smooth it out over the top. It would definitely be smoother, but it wouldn't really have that kind of bumpy sweater effect. So here are how the finished nails came out. I think they are amazing. I've never done sweater nails before on my actual nails, so I really love these. They're just really festive and fun and cozy looking. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching today. I really appreciate you hanging out. I really had fun sharing this with you, and let me know if you've done this trend before. To be honest, I don't really know exactly how popular it is right now, but I do see them on Instagram, so you know, be sure you subscribe to my channel if you're not already for videos every Wednesday, and feel free to check below in my description if you're interested in any of the products I use in this video. But yeah, stay warm wherever you are. Until next time, have a magical day.